Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, my name is Kish and I make videos pretty much on how to make money online and how to make money offline. So if you enjoy that kind of content, definitely hit that subscription button down below. And if you enjoy some part of today's video in specific, definitely hit that like button. I'd appreciate the support so much. With that said, you guys can tell by the title of the video, today I'm going to be giving you kind of the 10 best ways to make money in 2019 as a teenager. And don't get me wrong, you don't have to be a teenager to be able to make money in the things I'm going to be talking about. I just kind of tailored this video a little bit towards the younger generation. You'll probably see why in terms of picking some of these. And I haven't done every single one of these, I'll be honest with you guys, but a lot of these did come from some of the things I did in my teenage years, which to be honest wasn't too long ago. So I have a pretty fresh perspective on it. And so let's get right into it. So the first way you guys can kind of make money if you guys are a teenager in 2019 is to be able to make videos for YouTubers. And if you guys don't know, YouTube is honestly becoming a very saturated market. There's people in the makeup niche, people in how to grow a YouTube niche, there's people in the gaming niche on YouTube. Pretty much everything you can think of now, not only individuals but also companies are on the YouTube space making videos. With that said, it's just a growing trend. YouTube isn't going anywhere. I see a lot of videos in 2019 where people are saying YouTube's going to be such a bad platform, but to be honest, there really is no reason for it to go down with more creators getting on there, more people, more content. I mean, it's just a win-win situation. So with that said, there's a lot of people on the YouTube space that are obviously getting up there in big numbers, and with that said, they do get YouTube ad revenue. So a lot of the time these video creators are looking for some sort of editor to be able to edit their video. Obviously you have to have some skill in the background, but it really is either just using Final Cut Pro, Adobe, I think After Effects or Premiere, I don't know which one it necessarily is. You can even just use Movie Maker, but with that said, a lot of these creators are looking for people like us to be able to make the videos for them, and you could probably be paid anywhere between $5 and $50 per video. Obviously it depends on the size of the YouTuber themselves, but if you're able to land maybe a YouTuber with a couple 100,000 subscribers or maybe even a couple million subscribers, which you probably need to make a name for yourself in the industry before you get to that point, that you can make a lot of money doing so. And if you guys don't watch YouTube that much, just from personal experience, I watch a lot of the big YouTubers and study what they do. Almost, I'd say probably 95% of them, of the YouTubers over probably 500,000 subscribers, have some sort of editor and they're banging out videos left and right. And it's something, depending on the kind of content that they're releasing, can be done within maybe an hour to 3 hours of work. So you could possibly get paid about $50 an hour, kind of minimum, to be able to make videos for other YouTubers. So I definitely recommend you guys check out that space. The second one is something I've actually talked about on this channel before, but that's actually just book arbitrage. If you guys know what that means, it's basically just buying books low and selling them high. So I use a website called Bookscatter. I used to do it back in college, so not necessarily as a teenager, but that's why I said this video doesn't apply to anybody just in the teenage. Pretty much anybody between probably the ages of like 5 or 6 all the way up to like 80, 85 years old. It doesn't really matter, but book flipping is probably a growing space, especially with people like Gary Vee kind of getting into the promotion of garage selling and stuff like that. Books can have a lot of value, especially textbooks, especially if you guys don't know, like college textbooks go for a lot of money, and you can find websites that actually sell them for pretty cheap, especially on eBay. So let's say you take a textbook on eBay, you see it's this price, you're going to go ahead to Bookscatter. You can kind of see based on the ISBN, I think it's kind of like the unique barcode per book there is. Just put that barcode number into Bookscatter and it'll give you pretty much every single website that buys that book. There'll probably be about 5 to 10 different options on there for you guys to see, and you can kind of look at which website will pay you the highest. And if there's that arbitrage opportunity where you're going to make money selling to them, you can just go ahead and do that. And maybe if you see a book you can make 50 or 60 bucks on a flip, just go buy 5 or 6 of those, and there you go, you're making a couple $100s a day that way. So I definitely recommend, if you guys haven't checked out Bookscatter in specific, definitely go check it out after you watch this video. So the third one that I have for you guys is actually the idea of mobile oil changes. And to be honest, you need to have a little bit of experience in the auto kind of space, knowing how to do oil changes for all different types of cars. But with that said, all it probably takes is about an hour or two of research on YouTube of how to do an oil change for several different types of cars. Once you have that knowledge, go put ads out on maybe Craigslist, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. Put your services on there, and therefore people will start contacting you, trying to get their oil changed, you could undercharge them what they would going to like Jiffy Lube or any of those oil change places. They obviously charge pretty high just because of the labor. Do it for much cheaper, and you can go out there to their location if you have some sort of ride, or just take public transportation, take it to their spot and just do their oil change. And where you can make a lot of money is actually the upsell side of things. So whether that's saying, hey, do you actually want to wash with the oil change today? Do you want some sort of dealing? Things like that, where you can kind of give an upsell where it's not just maybe $50 to do the oil change. You might tack on another $10, $20 to do the other things, and therefore do a couple of those a day, and again, you're making a couple $100 just doing that, maybe just during the weekends when you're out of school. The fourth one is something a little bit more applicable to 2019 in specific, and that's actually creating a podcast. And how you can actually make money from that is just inserting ads within the podcast space. So let's say you have an hour-long podcast, maybe every 20 or 30 minutes you insert an ad where people have to listen, and then they keep listening to the rest of the podcast. Just kind of how a YouTube video works as well. You see intermittent ads going through that YouTube video. Same idea applies to a podcast, and that's a really cool way you can kind of network, meet some high-end people making a decent amount of money, or just people you emulate in certain types of niches that you guys might enjoy. But podcasts can literally be about any sort of passion that you have. You can just talk about it, just ramble on a mic. Obviously, the better equipment, the better it'll be in terms of the quality coming out to the people watching or listening to it. But podcasts are a great way to kind of build your brand and just kind of connect with others in your niche. The fifth one is, again, something that I have talked about on my YouTube channel, and I'll link it up above so you guys can go check it out. I think I made a video solely on this topic, but that's creating YouTube compilation channels. This is a growing trend, especially with people teaching on YouTube how to create YouTube compilation videos. Pretty much, you guys know the black hole of YouTube. We've all gotten in it, where you watch something that's totally off topic to what you were watching before, and then you keep watching just because of those suggested videos. Well, a lot of those videos have million plus views. They're just one of those things you kind of get sunk in. That could be whether it's sports highlights, Fortnite gaming, kind of funny videos. It could literally be anything. But those compilation channels, again, you can monetize them, putting ads throughout the video, and every time that ad shows to somebody, you're gonna get paid in a sense for having that ad being placed on your video, and you can make a lot of money that way. I literally see people all the time making $20, $30, $40, $50,000 a month, literally just making compilation videos, and a lot of time they're just using other people's videos to be able to do it, and it probably takes them about 10-20 minutes to kind of edit that video a day. So you can make a lot of money, especially as a teenager in that space. So the sixth one that I have for you guys is actually buying, selling, and repairing phones. So if you guys don't know, that's kind of how I started my YouTube channel for the past year and a half. I was specifically talking about phone flipping, which is, again, just the idea of buying and selling phones, but you can also get in the repair side of things. You can make a lot of money. All you do is put up ads on maybe Craigslist, OfferUp, Letgo, Facebook Marketplace. You can even run paid Facebook advertising if you guys have kind of knowledge in that space. Get people to sell you their phones for dirt cheap, and I can guarantee you'll find a lot of them for dirt cheap. And just go flip them either locally again or on online platforms like Mercari or eBay, and easily one device a day, or maybe 2-3 devices a day. You're easily making minimum probably $300-400 a day doing that. And to be honest, if you guys want to learn how to do it, just check out my channel. I probably have about 150 free videos teaching you how to do it, and if you guys still failing at it after that, you probably shouldn't be doing it anymore. So definitely go check it out. I'll probably leave one video up here you guys can check out, probably how to flip phones for beginners that are released about a year ago. Everything still applies, so definitely go check that out. So the seventh one that I have for you guys is creating a Twitch channel. Again, this probably applies to more in the younger niche. Again, this is tailored towards teenagers and how to make money in 2019. But if you guys don't know, which probably most of you are that are in the younger niche or the younger generation watching this video, Twitch has become huge. Esports is probably the fastest growing industry in the world, with tournaments coming out worldwide and people making a ton of money doing that kind of thing. But if you create a Twitch channel and you love gaming, I recommend you kind of combine the two. Once you start getting some traction, it might take you probably a couple months to probably a year to kind of blow up, to have a decent amount of viewers on there where you really get paid. But you get paid by Twitch. You can get donations. If you create a byproduct of a YouTube channel, you get YouTube ad revenue. And to be honest, once those all start growing, I've seen people make a ton of money doing it. So I definitely recommend you guys check out twitch.com if you guys haven't already, because there's a lot of money money to be made on that platform. The 8th one is probably the most simple in the list, but that's if you're really in the kind of maybe 5 to 10 year old kind of person watching this video. If by chance, if there's one of you in here, go buy and sell candy at your local middle school or high school if you guys want to. Again, this is just basically an arbitrage opportunity. Go buy bulk candy at Costco, maybe some candy bars, and just go flip them in your local high school or middle school, maybe for an extra $1 or $2 than you would have per bar buying them in bulk in Costco. And if you sell maybe a $1 margin or $2 margin selling 15-20 bars a day, there's an extra $20 to $50 a day you guys are making literally grinding during school. So that is probably the ultimate hustle, but if you guys really want a simple way to make money, that's it. The 9th one, probably the most creative in this playlist, is something I kind of realized as being in college, and I always had this idea with my buddies why younger kids never approach this, but if you by chance live in a college town, buy pizzas on Thursdays nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, and literally sit outside of college bars or nightclubs. The amount of college students that are looking for a slice of pizza afterwards, maybe they're drunk or whatever like that, go to literally stand outside. It's totally legal to do it. Go stand outside these bars, maybe give a little wiggle room, but literally sell those slices for, you could do $3 to probably $5 a slice. Buy that whole pizza maybe from Little Caesars for $5 themselves. First slice, you're making your money back, and everything else is profit. You can make a lot of money doing that. Maybe you have 5-6 boxes stacked behind each other. Whether it's warm or cold, college students, when they're drunk, they want some pizza. So I definitely recommend, if you guys want a super creative way of making money, that's it. And the last one I have for you guys, number 10, is actually going out and just dog walking. It's probably a very saturated niche, to be honest, but if you're in pretty much any state and around the country, you can make a decent amount of money dog walking. Just put local signs up maybe in your YMCA or local bulletin boards if you guys have like a local community center, stuff like that. Just advertise it. Probably go a little bit under the price of what other people are charging in your area. Just undercut them a little bit, but just do more volume on that side, and just walk a bunch of dogs maybe after school, before school, or during the weekend, and you can make a ton of money doing that. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little bit more creative, but I hope you guys found at least 1 or 2 things you guys can go out there, apply, and make some extra money in. So if you did like it, definitely give it a thumbs up if you guys haven't already. If you want to join the family, I definitely recommend you hit that subscription button down below, and I appreciate the support so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.